DADSM, later to be called elp-dtech, holds its first symposium in a hotel. 415 people attend and 22 companies participate with tabletop exhibits.
This has been a very exciting ride of 25 years. The elp-dtech started off as a small event with about 400 attendees and a handful of exhibitors.
The second annual event doubles in size with 815 attendees and 53 exhibiting companies.
First event, which was done in the hallway of the hotel. And in fact, it was something you could do at a hotel, but you really couldn't do at other places. One of the vendors was a small company from Mexico, and they were giving away tequila in their booth. So it kind of livened up things a bit.
Back in Palm Springs, bad weather in other parts of the country keeps the keynote speaker away.
My most memorable memory, probably the first 3 years of elp-dtech, was the third year, when a gentleman from Boston was supposed to be the keynote address and snow prevented him from flying in. They asked me to go take the paper session that I had already written and turn it into a keynote the next morning. So we spent the entire night, and I mean all night, turning a paper into a keynote and successfully accomplished it the next morning. It was definitely a memorable event.
DADSM moves into a convention center and has grown to nearly 2,900 attendees and more than 150 exhibitors. Utility restructuring is a hot topic that year. DADSM adds elp-dtech to its name and expands into all areas of utility automation.
The original name of this group was DADSM, Distribution Automation Demand Side Management. Those are terms DA is still used, but it's used for something different than what it was then. So that has certainly changed. The overall focus really hasn't changed. It has expanded to include transmission and to include water and other things like that. But the fundamental direction is dealing with the electric utility business on the transmission and distribution side of that.
DADSM is dropped from the event name and it becomes elp-dtech. More than 4,000 people attend and nearly 240 companies exhibit at the event. Automatic meter reading is a big topic, especially Union Electric Company, which is operating the largest network meter reading system in the world with 420,000 customers in the St. Louis area using automated meters. elp-dtech focuses a special panel on grid security issues to address matters following the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Also, grid reliability moves into a top priority after a blackout in California a few months earlier affects millions and prompts Governor Gray Davis to declare a state of emergency. elp-dtech continues to grow.
I'm really thankful that I can be part of the elp-dtech. I really consider DADSM elp-dtech to be almost my baby, that I see it being brought up.
Grid reliability remains a big topic at elp-dtech after more than 50 million people in the Northeast and Midwest United States lose power in 2003. elp-dtech tops 4,500 attendees and 250 exhibitors. Also this year, mobile computing devices and peripheral equipment introductions make a lot of noise at elp-dtech.
The biggest change of the event probably has been the number of attendees and the growth of the exhibit floor, as well as the growth of the different abstract subjects and changes in the utility industry, to the point that it's much larger to a much larger group of people than it was when it started out. It's really fanned out to all aspects of the utility industry, which is good.
elp-dtech introduces Utility Products Exposition to provide training to utility field workers. elp-dtech introduces the Electric Light and Power Executive Conference. elp-dtech is held in Texas for the first time. Attendance tops 8,500 and more than 430 companies exhibit. Keynote speaker Ben Stein tells the audience, "Electricity makes us into gods, and the grid is the god machine." elp-dtech attracts more than 10,000 attendees and 475 exhibiting companies, solidifying its status as the #1 annual T&D event in the world.
There is still more to go in the future. I think the future looks very bright. And of course, I would like to congratulate Penwell for a great job.
Here we are today. elp-dtech celebrates 25 years. Happy anniversary and congratulations to the founding committee members.
keep the eyes and feelers out and see where the industry is trending, and then bring all the necessary players together so that we have this sandbox called elp-dtech for everybody to play.
Let's make history.